All right. Good evening, everybody. The fuck? That was a Tuhu version of, well, maybe I should just show you what it is. Give me a second. Bear with me. I will show you just a moment. Hey, Shakar. Hey, Drauken. Hey, Maddock. How you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. And good evening to everybody. Here's what it is. Except they did not score any fucking goals, did they? Or more accurately, they only scored one goal and then conceded two. This is how I'm announcing to be an Anime Guild VTuber. No, not quite. Not quite. I wasn't going to stream tonight, but I kind of want to talk about the Cack Awards, and also I want to vent because I had to watch a fucking England match for 90 minutes and it was awful. Non-alcoholic cider, by the way. That video was all kinds of bad. It's awesome. Is that a new or old one? Nah, this is a new Cack Awards, which I'm going to talk about right now. I was considering doing this tomorrow when I resume the Iron Eagle, but I felt like doing it tonight instead because I just wanted to. And also, the Iron Eagle could go on for a while, so, you know, I don't want it to cut into that time. Because, I just felt like doing it tonight, you know, while it was still fresh before I get to any spoilers. So, because you missed us. Come on, speak it out. Yeah, the poster's new. It's a nice poster. I like it. It's good stuff. Also, I want to give a shout out to someone who followed 3 days ago. So thank you, Tony Hawk's Pro Streamer, for the follow. Much appreciated. So, yeah, I watched the England game tonight and it was awful. And Gareth Southgate needs to fucking leave and never come back. Because he has shown his tactical ineptitude too many times now with his poor choices of substitutions, and it's time for him to fuck off and disappear and put someone in who can actually appreciate attacking talent and not make shitty decisions in big matches against big teams. I'm not happy about that, and I've had this gripe with him for about 4 years, and it's justified again tonight. Football is awful. Shut up, Shakar. It's not awful. It's just a pain. You know, we could have had that game. I could have been standing before you tonight in a very good mood. You know, I could have been like, yeah, we just beat France. You know, a team. We're actually a really good team now. Yeah, woo! We're gonna win the World Cup. Whee! But no. Yeah, Doom is better than football. Fuck everything. Fuck football. Doom is where it's at. Anyway, that's not really the question. Shut up, Shakar. Shut up. Alright, anyway, I want to talk about the Cack Awards. Now, I haven't seen the Cack Awards yet. I've been avoiding spoilers, so here we go. What is all this? Why an introduction to an online award ceremony for Doom Awards called the Cack Awards, which is published on December 10th. The introduction should welcome the reader, assuming 2022 was an excellent year for Doom Awards, and introduce 2 new writers for the awards named Vile and Terminus, as well as bidding farewell to a writer named Major Arlene. Okay. Welcome to the Cack Awards, where Doom Wads are always adored. In 2022, we had a great year with many new wads to cheer. We're pleased to introduce you to Vile and Terminus, who's bound to make you smile. But it's also time to bid farewell to Major Harleen, who's served us well. Join us as we celebrate the best of Doom Words and put them to the test. A big thank you to Bo Jaspo for our title picture and banner this year. Lovely. Right, so, let's see who won the Cack Awards then, shall we? Let's go over these a little bit. So the SB award for a lifetime achievement goes to Franz P. Zimpf de Vries. Okay. Never heard of that before, but let's have a look. Our community since its inception has been blessed to cast a building in which many of us on the internet. Despite being a pillar of our community, he has maintained a lower profile than some other supergiants, and it's possible that some of our readers may not be immediately familiar with his work. Alright, this is the first time I've ever heard of him. Notwithstanding the fact that he has been involved in our series since the very start, all the way back to 1993. To chronicle his exploit, it does require two different tales entirely. Because there has been a considerable gap between his leave of absence at the end of the previous century and his return to Star in 2015. Ziv was a part of the Doom community before there was really a Doom community as we know it. He was a Usenet newsgroup regular, a moderator, and... Oh, the old maintainer of the It Games archive. Okay. Until it became handed over to Ty. He was an ACSI artist. He obtained permission to upload alpha versions. And then he came back in 2015. He joined Doom Wiki. Wow, so he created new tools. Okay, so he kind of chronicled a lot of stuff, it would seem. Interesting. Wow. Okay. And a Zimph bot. Alright, fair enough. So he did some behind the scenes stuff, it would seem. A loft is out as a pre-alpha demo. It is fun as hell. What's a loft? Okay, so... So basically, he did some stuff with the the old Usenet groups. Used to moderate the archive until Ty took over, and then he did some Doom Wiki stuff. Okay. And then the Zimph bot, which is talking about... Alright, well, that's interesting. I mean, cool, I guess. It's a thing. I don't really have much to say on this one. I guess it's an award that's given to him. Congratulations to Zimph. The sky may be... Okay. Mega Wimp passed on. Beyond Very Firm Superstars. Okay, so a couple of deaths to report, it looks like. Alright, well, that's the lifetime achievement. Sorry I don't have much to say on that. It sounds like Zimph was important for like in the early days and for Doom Wiki stuff. I mean, I've used a Doom Wiki a few times, so it has been useful. Alright, let's look at the first page of the top 10. The Magenta Spire by The Lamp. Set on a remote listening outpost somewhere, and it takes place concurrently with and essentially functions as a retelling of the story of the original Doom. Far from a classically mired project, however, the map set twists and distorts its familiar premise into a maximized monster of graphic spectacle, complex and adventurous level design, and furious action. Of course, with a name like the Magenta Spire, one reasonably expects a work that might out the ordinary. The presentation is a powerful sense of production design with grindhouse-inflicted cosmic horror. The area levels are blown out to like an Nostromo or Inferno Horizon. So there's a screenshot of it. Wow, that does look kind of unusual, doesn't it? Look at this picture here. It is a very unusual sort of thing. If that's meant to be a... Unpredictability is the watchword with the Spire's pacing and design. And then there's also custom enemies. It's an MBF 21 map as well, so that's interesting. Archvile's given a random chance to self-resurrect. Cyber Demons have a defensive concussive blast to protect them from BFG hooks. Wow, that sounds pretty disturbing, to be honest. All these changes sound very different. Okay, Interesting. Hey, Tourniquet, how's it going? You know what? I should actually play some background music for this, so it's not just complete sounds. Let me just dig up some. Let me just dig up some. Let me just put on just some random. There we go. I'll put on some sigil. That'll do. Some sigil in the background for funsies. Play D-Running. Now, I'll play the sigil OST. That'll do. Alright, so I've not heard of this one before, the Magenta Spire. Hey, Robot Farrell, say Neverwind. How's it going? Good to see you both. Would you want to briefly play Devil's Watch just a peek? Not at this moment, no. I mean, some of these I might play in the future, but I don't usually take a look at them. And I want to prioritize focusing on my request list at the moment, to be honest. Yeah, if I wanted to do that, I would have started 2 hours earlier, to be honest, and I would have planned this out. I'd have to download them, send them up. So, yeah, it's a nice idea. Maybe that's something I could do next year. Maybe have a look at all of them, but not right now. So I've not heard of this one before, the Magenta Spire. Sounds kind of interesting though. Obviously it's very custom stuff, but it sounds like it's got a lot of unpredictability and quirky design to it. Certainly this picture right here gives me it almost gives me like an impression of something like Toasty used to do. Are you aware of Romero's stream later? Romero's doing a stream? Oh yeah, he's making a Sigil 2 map, isn't he, on stream? Well, they are standard, but it's the way they're utilized that's interesting. It's like it reminds me of Toasty's map from the Japanese community project a little bit. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I might have to catch that. So this sounds interesting. Maybe I'll play this at some point. But congratulations, The Lamp. Alright, 9 maps, not a full megawad. Well, that's fine, Nibblewin. It doesn't have to be a full megawad. 9 maps by John Romero is always welcome. So the second Cack Award is... Oh, Nirvana gets a mention for his little podcast show, which he's been doing for the last year or so. And to be fair, he's actually got quite a few people on his show, so he's doing really well with that. So the second Cack Award is Bellatrix, Tales of Uranus by Frank Frag. Oh no, a French person won a Cack Award. Boo! Boo! No more winning things, France. But anyway. From the very first step, Bellatrix presents a dreamy, subtly electric and very fantastical sense of high reality with a masterful grasp of design. Okay. Only stock textures. With doomed cute images and images that recall a lost sense of idle and a generally soft, sleepy ambience with spans of darkness, tension, and dynamic injury for a fresh and subtly rural take on the time-honored Hell on Earth theme. Built for exploration aware. Oh, this is actually a runners-up prize, so it's not a proper Cack Award. It's the runners-up. I forget the silver ones are like runners-up prizes, but still, that's good. Well, the intricacy of the map keeps it from being entirely casual sort of playthrough. It's competently measured sense of pacing and subtle approach to world building, lending a unique voice and timeless quality. Soon find a place in the hearts of Doom fans, both new and old. Sounds good. I mean, Frank Frag has been doing some decent maps. Obviously, I think he made something for the 3 Hours to Agony Trois, didn't he? At some point, I'm sure. He's 6M9. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. And then Jump Wad by Grain of Salt and Ribbix. But can issue be as straightforward as what's written in the tin? Can I firmly feel like Tony Hawk in Doom? Okay, so it's a jumping kind of map. Wow. So we're trying to say that it made jumping in Doom like an art form of such. But the real fun begins with trying to collect the gems eluding you. Maybe they're behind a long jump or a well-hidden path or a time sequence or a minute boost. Or maybe you need to find numbers hidden around the map, inspect the notation of the map's MIDI, then insert the sequence in a secret room revealed by the judgment of worthiness from a cartoon bear. Not joking, what the hell was that, Lyrics? Detective work for that sounds like something Lyrics would do, especially with the puzzle stuff I saw in FCFF. So, yeah, that's nice. Ooh, you finished your project. What, your FPS game, Shakar? Solar Struggle by Violent Beetle et al. A follow-up from Suitepee and I think Elevator, is it? It's a whole set that revolves around jumping. Only played a couple of maps yet, but it's genius. Well, if it's anything like SCSF in terms of puzzle elements, we already know that Vivix can do the puzzle map quite well. You know, something I always thought only Dolby could pull off, but Vivix is also capable of doing it. Clearly it seems to be something else quite spectacular. Oh, I have one feature that will take about 50 minutes to implement and then I'm playing around with the map. Solar Struggle. Spanning 4 Celestial Boys across as many episodes as varied as its predecessor. Okay, Doom cute detailing, representative architecture, and the world building is its strength. I'm sure I heard about this at one point. I mean, granted, it's not on my to-do list, but I think I remember sort of briefly being curious about this one. And they're starting to play Elevator at some point, which I'm definitely looking forward to. Jumping in Doom is a hard art form, and even the Golden Souls 2 didn't quite get it, because platforming and Doom don't mix well. The Golden Souls 3 threatens to do even more platforming stuff whenever that comes out, which will probably be next year. And then Deadwing got one for Azonia. Blockbuster Mega Awards of the past decade have certainly the hype type, leaning towards non-stop frenetic action. Azonia, being a gorgeous set, doesn't shy away from popular modern tropes. BTS X-ray strips and slabs of metal and rock brick are one of its favourite building blocks. Is already an outlier in its embrace of silence and stillness. Oh, you got a hood and all that, so that sounds cool, Shakar. So it's about exploration. It makes it sound like if the typical sci-fi Plutonian White Megawatt inspires towards conceptual breadth in its range of encounters, Ozonia's modus operandi is exploring all sorts of ways that downbeats, rather than just signifying an absence action, can have a tangible character, infused with ideas and crafted out a positive design like any combat set piece. This is on top of exploring many ways the smallest fights can be invigorating and tactically nuanced, A-sides in their own right rather than paces between the main attractions. Sounds good, Shakar? Huh. A jazzy soundtrack. Hello, Dave. Did you win anything this year? I don't know. I'm only on the first proper page. Regular terrain. Improvised fights. Makes it sound like Deadwing make quite the project here. Shoutouts, text file shouts to Sci Fraternity, Black to Sign X Plutonian, and Nicholas Monty's work. Which always the most pleasantly ironic truth about Ozonia. It's maybe one of the most avowedly standing on the shoulders of giants once in its lineage, but in spite of that, it's one of the most idiosyncratic. You want a mustard jumper. Yeah, the write-ups tend to be pretty good. I mean, Demon of the Well always been good for the long-winded one, and then you've got RD, Do, Omniarch. The write-ups are really nice. I sort of skim over them a bit, to be honest, but they are well done. Altars of Madness by Myodin. Is it not only on my to-do list? Sorry, checking something for a second. No, it's not on my to-do list, but Deadwing has requested me to play Exomoon. It's actually nice to see an award that means something. Yeah. So this one, Altars of Madness, is... Despite the name and opposing title schemes, heavy metal ends with the map names. It's classically... Think crumpets in terms of atmosphere and combat philosophy. Alright. Good job, Myodin, for that one. Good posting. Woolly Worms, long form reviews. Guess that's Megawatt Corpse Blood. Okay. So that's page 1. Very nice. On to phase 2. Elementalism phase 1. No surprise there. By Bo et al. Ah yes, one of the most anticipated projects of the year. I have certainly been waiting to play Elementalism myself. However, I am also going to wait until Elementalism finishes completely before I play it. Well, I also have a request list to get on with. If Elementalism was completely finished, I would play it. Well, yeah, that's my plan at the moment. I don't like playing things in parts, you see. I mean, unless, of course, it's going to be a completely different WOD, in which case I'll play this within a reasonable time. But I really do want to prioritize the request list next year. Like I said, I don't want to be distracted too often. Because there'll be some distractions coming up next year, I'm sure. So, I don't think I really need to go over why this one wins a Cack Award. It's because it's a superly cool, GZ Doom heavy, awesome, super fantastic looking WOD. You know? Done by mappers who know how to do UDMF shit well. So, really, it's just no surprise this one got one. I'll get to those at some point, Dave. Of course, an excellent production such as this requires equally different music. As striking as your journey is, entropy yet plots and schemes, and the faint universe rests on the next set of elemental realms yet to be unleashed by Bao and the rest of the team. For that, we can only say it cannot happen soon enough. Yeah, I'd look forward to playing Elementals when it's completed. Or if not, I might just play that once the list is done and just go in there. Well, I know. I've got a lot to get on with, Shakar. I'm not sure of things I want to play. Can I assure it to you? Alright, so, yeah. Capybara? Oh, that's an awesome name for a Doom word. Capybara by Nefer Bitter et al. 22 Boom compatible maps. The Doom Marine seems to owe a certain obligation to the animal kingdom, perhaps as a penance for failing to protect Daisy. Dancing to the tune of its inspirations, Capybara tests your mettle in colourful voidscapes. The team of authors channeled their inner Rubik's to deliver punishing combat and platform, but with an inherently quirky slant. Dodging demon fire while leaping between flower-shaped platforms, mowing down monsters by the hundreds on a giant checkerboard. Sounds fun. Or looking from the ritual-piercing glare of magnolia-like evil eyes are just par for the course. So you gotta help out with... Okay, interesting. So it's all about the capybaras. Lovely. Sounds like something all the hard map enthusiasts should have a look at. Alright. Dust Devil by Captain Toenail wins a Cack Award. 2 maps for Jeezy Do. The adventure that is Dust Devil takes place across 2 maps, each perfectly intertwined to the other. Serious question, if I were to make a boomer shooter, would you prefer sprite or 3D enemies? I would have no preference, Dave, as long as the enemies were good. I'm happy to play games that use either or. I'm not too fussed. Sprite enemies obviously are easier to put together than 3D ones, but ultimately it depends what you want to achieve. I mean, I'm not exactly a person that's too fussy about graphics, as long as they're functional, you know? As long as they're functional. Each map has a final boss of its own, but it still feels like 2 big segments in one giant map. An experience rarely films so well in most modern maps. The Rage Spear, which will poke you blast through dynamic chords at double the speed. Now, Toenail's been a fan of Zaydun features. Sweet. To summarise, Dust Devil is a map that is neither pictures nor explanation can do justice. It really is best experienced firsthand. Embark upon this hour-long adventure, you will not regret it. An hour long, eh? I'll bear that in mind, thank you. Alright, the next one is Pagodia by Eggboy et al. Eggboy, that's a name I've not heard since Monochrome Mapping Project, I think. Or something else. I'm sure I've played something else by Eggboy, but... Hello, Yugi Boy. How's it going? Yeah, I was going to do this tomorrow when I streamed Iron Eagle Resumption, but I want to do it tonight because I just felt like talking about the Cack Awards for a bit. And then maybe playing some other things afterwards, if I feel like it. Squonker releases now. Without a doubt, the Squonker crew have been hard at work throughout 20... Run and gun fun. Pagodia will immediately remind you of the air levels of Stardate 2087 of the second episode of Tom's Projectile Hell, with the vibrant purple and the Japanese themes across the whole experience. Yeah, that's right, Dave. So what is Squonker, then? Pagodia takes the player through jungles, purple liquids, a miniature version of Cyberpunk Tokyo, ending on a large imposing tech base by nuggets that finish off in a crown battle, and more of the aforementioned mystery juice. Alright, interesting. Green belly cyber demon. A small group of mappers that do short vanilla episodes. Alright, well, sounds pretty good. Yeah, I disagree, Dave. I think it was a disgrace and it should be the last game Southgate manages. Period. That sounds fun though, Yugi Boy. Alright, Malevolence Episode 1 by Cheese Wheel wins the main Cackle Prize. Prepare yourself to face the odds. To serve as death, they call Malevolence, drain its blood-red eye to carve a path of bloody destruction to the heart of evil itself. Cheese Wheel is back! Bigger, badder, and better than ever before. Malevolence is the latest entry in the ongoing rivalry screen with CPD in 2020 and arguably achieving a mature form in last year's Uprising. Shared among always works as a common vision, an elegant synthesis of low-level environmental storytelling, a potent sense of large-scale narrative, and loose, high-intensity dynamic action, all packaged in a clean, visually minimalistic facade. When Kenyans took a make human. Okay. Yeah, I would have thought the same. You're always done now. Dave, the problem with tonight's game for England is very simple. Gareth Southgate cannot fucking use substitutes properly, and hasn't done so for several years. And it's been the same thing that has cost him in the Euro final, and it's the same thing that cost us tonight. We lost tonight because he decided to bring on because 2 of our better players came on with 10 and 1 minute remaining. That is what pisses me off. It is a flaw that has been inherent in his game for years. Yes, he has improved the squad, but unfortunately, tactical ineptitude rears its ugly head once again. Which is very frustrating considering that the French were beatable for 25 minutes in the second half after we got the penalty. You know? All we had to do was bring on Rashford and Grealish in the second half. Not Sterling. Not fucking Sterling. He didn't do anything. And Grealish came on with 1 minute of the match left. 1 fucking minute of the match left. Rashford came on with 15 minutes of the match left. It's fucking awful. And it's time for him to move on and bring someone in who can actually say, hey, you know that player who's really good at attacking the it's not politics, Maddox. It's football. Different. It's time for the move on. Bring Eddie Howe in. Someone who can go, oh, look, you're a good attacking player. I'm going to play you. I'm going to put you on. Ugh. Oh, you mean you don't really care? Okay. Well, that hasn't happened yet, Dave. I'm just annoyed because the potential was there for about 25 minutes and it didn't happen. And it wasn't a very good game. Really, it was too bloody patient. Anywho, moving on. Don't be mad, sweet. Delete! Delete, Yugi boy! Delete! Alright, let's go. No, don't do that. At least Ronaldo is out. Yeah, that's true. That's the consolation. Ronaldo can't win anything, and he showed himself to be a petulant bugger, as he always has been. Good riddance. Anyway, moving on. Mancunian struggle made human for the side. Go Morocco! That's all I'm going to say. Although it will probably be Argentina, France in the final, and France are going to win. The best team left. Okay, interesting. So, narrative beyond met dressing. Good action. Carnage. Okay. Sounds alright. Found you. What the heck is this picture? Oh god, we got faces on the back there. Found you. How do you close this off? Do you have to back up or something? Yeah, we go. Cool. Alright. And then anomaly report by Valkyrie Force. You got a runner-up prize for the 33 map entry. Valkyrie Force is a creator whose body of work is in large part defined by a pervasive sense of warm nostalgia for the classic works that defined Doom's first half-decade. So likes the 90s stuff, basically. Anomaly Report is perhaps the latest and perhaps most refined incarnation of this vision. A curated distillation of this bygone age, a retro revisionist piece that captures so much of the eccentricity and innocence of the era, while excising its more alienating qualities. The end result was a timeless Doom experience in the neoclassic vein, a result of a three-way interaction between nice nostalgia, the tense intensities of the Doom the way it did movement, and Valkyrie's distinct personal style. Am I primarily a jumper wearer? In winter? Yes. It's cold, Dave. I can't even go out. I can't even go out and walk anymore because it's too icy everywhere, and I hate it. I hate winter. I hate the fact that I can't go out and walk. Winter is my least favorite month. Things get cold, I can't walk anywhere. I don't wear jumpers all the time. I love winter, we have snow. Yeah, but we don't get snow, Shakar. And when we do, we get fucking shitty little bits of snow. that becomes ice very quickly. We don't get like excellent, massive, thick snow where you know that's fun. You get shitty little bits over here. It's not fun. And I have to go to work for a week in the fucking ice and not have any fun for a week. At least I break up for work soon. And then I break up for streaming next week. Pardon me. So basically, a Mammal Report is a modern love letter to the 90s. Cool. This sounds like something I should give a look at some point. I mean, I really liked that other one that was a similar feel that Benjo did. What was the one that Benjo did? Oh, well, Lord Misfit. I genuinely am sick of it. I'm sick of it now. I want to go back to... I want spring to start immediately. What was that one called that, Down the Drain, that was it. Thank you, Tourniquet. Yeah, I kind of like that for its 90s callbacks. It sounds like something else I should actually play at some point. For sure. Because I like the idea of a 90s thing to... No, link to other streamers. I think the mail gets a pass. I'm going to add this to my Doom stuff to play in the future tab, I think. I also got lots of time with the MIDI. Awesome. So yeah, I might check that out at some point. Don't turn your back on the city by Trash Bang. One map for Boom. In the dank areas of the city, history folds in on itself, squeezes you in some kind of mystery around every corner and through every cracked open door and bloody corpse-sluicing vent. It's a rotted, fetid pace, all the more creepy for how it still seems alive and thrumming with the activities of humans no longer present. Showing that the takeover and amounts of flesh that cake the vegetables and underpasses must have snuffed out everyone quickly. Around every corner are narrative vignettes of violence, owing to some fresh horror. But fortunately, the Caco Demons and Pain Elementals have left the snazzy-ass Doom cute chandelier in the hotel and won't be the Gorgat. Trashbang's debut is part of an intermittent tradition of high-fidelity, painstakingly crafted levels popping out of nowhere. Think Breach Brigandine. Trashbang's works is likely to reject the ordinary concept of lines and sectors designed as if by concocting custom mega textures out of a medley of materials, which are used like paint to depict a derelict street or opulent wall. That actually looks pretty good. Did I? Don't turn your back on the city. I don't think I did. I don't recall playing this. Did I? Doesn't seem like something I've played, but... A brisk playthrough might clock in about a quarter hour long. I have vague memories of you going through it. I really don't remember if I have. Don't turn your back on the city. Who picks the Cack Awards judges anyway? I don't know. I really don't remember if I've played this. I mean, was it a playtest session that I did? I'd like to think I'd be able to remember something that looks this good with the stock textures, perhaps, but let's go sort of setup. It says it's super comfortable. Give me a second. Yeah, you don't know a second, you. Highlight my message. Hey, RTM. Don't turn you back in the city. Oh, this was. Yeah, I have played this. Yeah, I remember this now. The really ridiculously well thing. You go outside, there's fights. Oh, yeah, I remember this shit. Oh, yeah, this was really good. I like this one. This wasn't this in a playtest session I did at some point? I just completely forgot about it. Oh, why don't I remember the name? Even the name I actually seem to remember. Crash Bang. Yeah, this is really good. I have played this. I do remember it now. Just sometimes you just play so many things and you just lose track of some stuff, you know. Yeah, this is really there's a fight in a corner that's really mean. And it's just full of details and stuff like that. Shut up, Dave. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Alright, back to the... Oh, not that one. Go back to the Cack Awards thing. Yeah, that's really good. Just gonna link the Cack Awards again. Yeah, I think it's just this picture. I just don't recognize this picture shot. But yeah, this is a good map. So I've actually played that. Awesome. So yeah, I guess you were right, Yugi boy. So glad to see that get some full-on Cack Award prize too. And then 2022 I do want to see by Pisoff et al. The Mero is streaming. Well, okay. I was going to say before you would, because that'd be mean. I am not mean. 2022 I do want to see. I didn't realise they'd redone this one. With no old ground to tread, the most logical option was to riff on Ultimate Doom's unofficial and expected prologue, and Pisos who knows how to shred a guitar. Incendio Crucio is an Alfredo tour de force, an original and transformative take on John Romero's Sigil. It ratchets up the challenge factor significantly and dramatically breaks from the formulae of prior episodes. Nice. So, a remake of his old collection. 50 maps. Okay, that's neat. Fox heads, texture extravaganza, including Fox Tex. Huh, I've not heard of Fox Tex before. Otex, yeah, but I've not heard Comtex or Fox Tex. Fox Tex work across multiple volumes, different construction materials. Oh, nice, more texture packs to look forward to. That's sweet. Awesome. Alright, so on to page 3. Oh, what a surprise. Even was announced. Well, no one should be surprised this one, right? Knee deep in Zaydum won a Cack Award. Well, that doesn't surprise me. This was really fun to play, so grats, Ezel. It outshines the source material. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment, honestly. very fair comment. Now, if you've actually played this, you'll see why it's 1-1. Even if it's not necessarily the massivest of massive improvements per se, the fact that A, there's so much technical trickery in vanilla, and B, that she actually makes Suitepee Zaydoom's quirks better, improves the gameplay quite a bit. But this is a technical tour de force of vanilla mapping. Like, she does some crazy tricks to sort of replicate stuff you would not expect in vanilla. And people still, especially that room with the resurrecting enemies, that was something. So it was really good. You know, this was definitely worthy of a prize. Well, I mean, upon initial release, it was easy to write off Ezel14's project as a cute sideshow attraction. I mean, anyway, when I first heard about it, I thought... well, that's what it was. I thought it was something weird, but... well... one does not take Ezel too slightly. Quietly, sorry, I didn't say. So there we go. How did she do that? Became a topic of discussion across forum posts. Aurora was an adorable focus face just like me. If it hadn't won a Cack Award, the world would have ended. He wrapped this up by quoting himself from 15 years ago. I stand my ground. Suitepee Zaydoom is one of the 10 best worlds released this year. Yeah, good stuff. Intergalactic Xenology is complete with a 15 map set. Nice. Which John? Both are named John. And then Shallow World Episode 1 by Shawnee. After serving as one of the pillars for Space Restriction, Elevator, and Suitepee, and then I still need to play Elevator. Elevator is on my request list. I cannot wait to play it. I'm going to save it for one of the last ones I play. Because I'm really looking forward to playing that one. Particularly. I want to save it for a bit. Shallow's world atmosphere that Hello and the Cacowards silent large-scale intro map with its lonely nighttime warehouse and office complex. Leave a half like a gift to explore after unlocking the exit. Ambience, microstructure... Huh. A John Sweet Waifu. John Rompe. Well, to be honest with you, had I known that Mamero was going to stream, I probably would have just opted to do this tomorrow, but I'm here now, I'm going to keep going. Yeah, good job, Shawnee. The 10x10 project by Lunch. Restrictions breed creativity. It's not added, but it checks out, so... well, that's true. Sometimes it breeds creativity. Sigil 2 is for Doom 1. Is it? I thought Sigil 2 was gonna be a Doom 2 map set. But then so Sigil 2 is gonna be a Doom 1 map set, is it? How can I prefer me? Well, that's very kind of you both, I guess. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I think Mamero prefers to map for Ultimate Doom anyway, so that's not entirely surprising. Alright, so he's doing something for Doom 2 as well. Cool. Well, that's fine. I mean, Sigil was awesome. Sigil 2 being Ultimate Doom is going to be good as well. Any Romero map is going to be good. We've seen proof of that already. So, some restrictions are creative and some are just dire. It really depends, really. A 12-map set of sophisticated limitations. Each map in 10 by 10 was built using a set of 10 textures and 10 flats. That looks pretty nice, especially the floor. Will it maintain as a direct sequel to Sigil 1 and still a D2 prequel? Could be, World Misfit. Could be. It's a testament to its construction and a tour with no one's has proved enjoyable. The Zool method serves as a tribute to Killer 5's The Event Horizon. Huh. So a restricted budget on textures gets one. Nice. Ask him on the stream. Cool. So you can use Doom 2 muscles and Doom 1 style levels. Well, technically you could just do that, you know. You could map for Doom 2 but only use the Doom 1 enemies. Declared New Apocalypse by Can3. GZ Doom map of 15 maps for GZ Doom. Declared New Apocalypse is their first project, but don't let this fact put you off from this otherworldly map set, as the author has clearly mastered the class of environmental storytelling before approaching the editor. Uses vanilla stuff well. Let's look at this picture. Oh, that looks alright. Is that the floating yeah, that's a hovering mastermind, isn't it? Alright, that sounds good. Extremely efficient use of sector lighting, darkness cloud, and broken locations of earlier maps. Relics. In case people were surprised, Voxel Doom is on here. Nice, that sounds okay. Hello, Hackross. Thank you for the 100 bits, and how are you doing this evening? I'm just going through the Cack Awards. Just to vent a little bit. And another one I'm not surprised has been on this list. Overboard. Oh yeah, Moldy's big return. And boy was this fun to play. Just... And thank you for joining us. A little hand-drawn map of his map stuck to the screen. This amounts to easily the most delightful WOD of 2022. A lot of boundary pushing works are such because they strain the capabilities of the engine. The question they draw is, how do you do that in Doom? But Overboard instead pushes imaginative boundaries, constantly cooks up ideas and scenarios it feels surprising anyone has thought to implement in the game, like the skeleton crew that rolls up to ambush you in its own boat. It feels routine, like the experience swims on an effervescent surf of ingenuity and humour. Kind of like Moldy's style of humour, you know, Syriac and all that. Yeah, I mean, Overboard was just bloody well done by Moldy, you know. Really quirky, humorous maps. And the fact that New Game Plus was literally not even an option. You just go to maps 8 and then bam. Yeah, I have never seen that before. And yet it works so well. Just a really cool idea. I hope someone else does that in the future. I think that's a really good idea for like a shorter map set. A New Game Plus where you also make the maps harder. As well as change a few things around. Well, it is December 10th. I mean, I was planning on doing this tomorrow, but after the England game tonight, I wanted to vent a little bit and get this done tonight, because I just felt like it. So yeah, good job, Moldy. Hope you're going to be back for a while this time. And then Dance on the Water by L-Inf and Kinetic. Ready to cut a rug? Don't be so sure. Dance on the Water is an exceptionally different and uncompromised. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Given how L-Inf's map in the bloody Maximum project was an indication. Doesn't fuck around. Oh wow, look at that. Holy moly, this is a cool looking picture. You probably fighting the tip of that or something. Looks very nice. It's 10 maps. The titular map takes place on a web of glowing superstructures rising from a lake of pits illuminated by a burning dawn. It requires the player to tangle with an oppressive monster melange in an environment with very limited footing and even less solid cover. The equivocal No Shot, a gleefully sinister tribute to another legendary map of the hardcore niche, and usually one of the most extreme pieces of map design this year. Alright, nice. Interesting architecture, using the floor and ceiling for the same effect as those using walls. Yep. And then there's some side stuff like the Intergalactic Xenology Trilogy. I'm sure I played part of that. So then, well, there's all the runners-up. And then special features. Greenier Pastures. When BWEN was released this year and nevertheless proved to be used for Greenier, was originally released back in May. Huh. A remaster of the venerable Herion 2 Megaward. What is Herion? So BWEN converted something for Herion, I guess? I don't know what Herion is. I'm guessing it's something. Heretic Hexen textured map set for Doom. Oh, okay. I see. Meeting Doom Midway. Project like Doom CE by Molecchio. Oh, it's someone doing Doom 64 type stuff. That doesn't surprise me. Doom 64 themed projects have been a little thing recently. Hey, Limewax508, thanks for the raid. How you doing? I'm covering the Cack Awards for a bit. I might play something after. I'm in the mood. I'm aware that John Romero is currently streaming a Sigil 2 mapping. So that will give me pause for thought as to whether I just go raid John Romero and then fuck off or something. But I'll see how I feel. Nice. So 20 years of Doom Kid. Talking about his contributions, Jamal Jones and stuff. That's cool. Obviously does his midis as well. Promising newcomers. Snack Sawato. Huh, that's a name I've heard a few times. Should really highlight these a little better. The Lock has produces a full solo Megaward. KWC, the Royal Wii, Large Cat. Works, WXNDXX. Arse of Team Zavato. Doom Doot 6677. Tai Tenga. Okay. It's nice that some new mappers are getting some stuff here, I suppose. Seems there are many maps left to see. Well, it's cool that some people are getting some new mappers against some stuff. Oh, the old Bean Factory. Yeah, I've played this one. That was a good map. Yeah, the old Bean Factory was pretty sweet. That was a nice map. Glad that got a mention. New year, new ramp. Another series I have to play at some point. Infested gun update. White camera action doom. I haven't played action doom at all either. 22 more for 2022. This year didn't quite have the public hype of last, so that can be deceiving. The volume of the releases didn't really drop off a huge amount. So we ended up really wanting to run out the feature with more of our favourites, right? We're slated to be consistent 20 going forward. We decided 22 would make it easier to name. No point is about the pan being 23 for 23 and so on, because at some point you have to imagine it might get really long. I imagine there's a Cack Awards subsection for people who play on the easiest difficulty. We call it the Weenie Hut Juniors category. Alright, so these are like mini ones. So Ocular by Bemused and Tourniquet. Nice. I think I might be talking about this Tourniquet at some point. Atonement by Mustachio. Infection by EXO. Poogers. Oh no, Poogers. From the enthusiastic and twisted minds of the doomed Twitch streaming collective comes a joke wad for a new generation. Oh, you can say that again. I've seen enough stuff from Poogers to indicate it's a new experiencing Nirvana / Noye. Bonkers stuff. Oh, very creative in its own right. Pocket Slaughter. Which bear is actually considering a no monsters setting. SCS word Pocket Sword with a tongue-in-cheek question. Did you enjoy Micro Sword Community Project but wish the maps weren't so long? Huh. So mini slaughter maps basically, but not like Swift Death where it's designed to kill you super quick, right? Mapping at warp speed. Sorry. Mapping at warp speed? Warp speed? Which one is it? I thought it might be a joke name, but warp seed. It must be warp speed. Oh no, spelling. Oh, it uses AA text. Oh wow, that looks really nice. And it uses Ancient Aliens textures. Fuck yes. Truly a must-play for any fan of Ancient Aliens. Interesting. It's nice to see people using AA text. Because it was a good texture pack when it came out in 2016. At the same time Ancient Aliens did. Sounds like something from the Star Trek gen, yeah. Nostalgia by Myodin. An intravenous shot of distilled doom action containing one of the community's finest up and coming creators. Alright, so it's saying like a coffee break type thing. Why does that give me going down vibes, strangely enough? Like something about it gives me going down vibe. Maybe because of the cityscape in the background. But it probably has nothing to do with that, I suspect. Nensha by RJD. Something about it haunts me. Very cute pun, RD. When I first heard of this map, I've heard of this map name because I thought it might have been a reference to... Sorry, did I accidentally press the mute button there? Weird. I hope I've not been muted the whole time. Hello, Jan. Where is it? Yeah, so the reason I said that was because the description of the Onryo in Dead by Daylight says the Onryo is a vengeful ghost imbued with the power of Nensha. Which apparently is a psychic ghost power thing, which I had never heard of before, but apparently it's in the Ring wiki. So I thought it was a reference to the Ring for some reason, but no, it's apparently just coincidental. So yeah, I've never heard of that before until this came out. Anyway, that's that. So I don't think it's no relation to it. So it's just a coincidence, I suspect. Anyway, Sign of Torment. If I had her like this, I would word it differently. If I was to sum up Sign of Torment in such a few words, it'd be dread-inducing. Photography, also called projected photography, psychic photography, Nensha. It's a claimed ability to burn images from one's mind to serve as a photographic film by parapsychic means. While the term photography has been in English lexicon since 1913, the more recent term, projected filmography, is a neologism popularized in the 2002 American film The Ring. Yeah, okay, so... I mean, until I saw that in March, I had no idea what Nensha even was, so... Yeah, photography, that's it. Like, you know, burn images onto... Yeah, creepy shit, basically. Predictable jump scares? In comes a one-man megawad that one can only assume is a depiction of the struggles against mental illnesses, imposter syndrome, and self-doubt. The soul burn of Sign of Torment makes the player come to the realization that while monsters try to kill you physically, the very walls and floors are trying to kill you mentally. Gone. A brain scanner. Huh. Intriguing. Wretched Flesh by Half Cool. Alright. Psychological problems as a theme of a Doom mod. You got my attention, sir. It certainly sounds interesting, doesn't it? If they're trying to go for like mental, sort of interesting jump scares of a different type in Doom, it's... Platonia Revisited Community Project 2. I need to still play the first one of this at some point. The original Platonia Revisited Community Project. And of course, we're still waiting for Platonia 3, which is also coming out by Joshi et al. Thanks for 25 bits worth Misfit. This is something else I need. I need to play the first one of this. I've played Platonia 2, but not this. The previous one in this. Huh. Maybe I'll check this out at some point in the future too. Hydrosphere by Bree. Nice. Ante-Mortem Episode 1. Sometimes when mixing and matching texture packs and mods, you end up with the form that works together like peanut butter and jelly. And so by merging the beautiful Ultex with the adrenaline machine into Supercharge, we obtain this. By Snaxawoto. Oh wow, that looks kind of Quake-esque in a sense. Caffeine Injection by Misty. Caffeine injection is set defined by stark contrast between somber presentation and manic action. Nice. Ethereal Breakdown by Morpher et al. Nice. Ethereal Breakdown. Isn't that what Serious Cacodemon was playing? Hey, the Doom 64 Community Map Pack. I wonder why Chicago wants you to go to the multiplayer section. I have no idea what it could be. Yeah, I can't imagine either. Ooh, Corrupted Cistern. I played that one. That was good. I got a bit lost in it, but it was a really cool little thing, regardless. Yeah, this map was really nice. Oh look, another one I've kind of, sort of, partially played. Azazel's Second Descent by Bloodbath Giraffe. I still love that name, Bloodbath Giraffe. 100 Line Massacre. Duet format. Oh, that's cool. So it's a bit like Double Impact or Mutiny, but across an entire map set. Ah, nice teeth. Elysium's Curse Episode 1 by Bree. Another one by Bree. Ooh, that's a nice little shot. The Box of 1,000 Demons. More Otex. Otex. A lot of Otex in these entries as well, by the way. No one's surprised there, I suppose. Competently designed Doom was intended for mass appeal, always welcome. But we also like one that's a bit special. Don't be stealing shoelaces, please. Redictum by Bwen. Formerly of Boss Clan. Huh. And honestly, of inevitably doomly unlikeliness. Sorry, I'm sort of skimming these, but it sounds like these are some interesting map sets in a sense. Kala by Stormwalker et al. Full of words, the further episodes of Ultimate Doom. Reimagine with as many attractions as hell can conjure in 2022. Huh. Mount Erebus in the Void, looks like. A reimagination of... I highly recommend Urkal to any Inferno fan. It is undoubtedly one of the best reimaginations I have seen. Alright, cool. And real excess, talking about realism. Wait. Alright, so on to the multiplayer awards. Frantic DM 2 by Arrowhead. Oh my. Let's start with an apology. Frantic DM 2. A full dual FFA Megaward by a fresh mapper, yet perfectly serviceable without glaring errors. Checking most of the boxes any sort of DM ward. Nice. Zay Demon lives. Nice. Community news. Talk about this is awful. You'll come to my house and you'll steal my. I don't wear shoes for shoelaces. So good luck with that. And also, you steal Cherry. You can have Cherry if you really want. If you really want to deal with Cherry's shit, you are more than welcome to deal with Cherry. Here, Cherry. Hello, Cherry. Would you like to go and live with a goblin? A Danish goblin. You know, you can live with Shakar and Proverbial, and you'd be forced to play survival games and shit like that. Meh! Meh, meh, meh! Meh! What do you mean it's too cold in Denmark? Jerry, it's too cold here. Meh, 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 meh! Yeah, I know we don't get quite as much snow as Denmark does sometimes, but still, it's cold here. Too, you know. Now what, do you want to go with Shakar or not? Meh! No, you don't want to... Okay, good. Don't listen to Serious Cacodemon. Don't listen to Shakar either. Meh, 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 meh! What do you mean? Yeah, these are the Cack Awards, Cherry. The Cack Awards. Meh, 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 meh. No, Cherry, they don't do Cack Awards about Cacodemons. And you wouldn't win one anyway. You know, because, you know, you don't... It's not about Cacodemons, it's the point. Try to give a PP. Shut up, Serious. It's not helping. Meh, 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 meh. You reckon I should do an entry about Cacodemons? The best Cacodemon of the year? Meh. Cherry, I don't... Just give me a hug, okay? It's not about Cherry Shojohn's browser history. Alright, before the chat gets you to do something you regret. Not that you have any regrets. Let's move on. Samsara Refactor. I always see that as Samara, but it's Samsara, isn't it? So that's it for this section. Let's move on to the Gameplay Mod Awards. Alright, fine. Horde and Hordemex. Of course. Oh, is that it? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Alright, let's... Sorry. Third time round. Wow, this has been going for an hour. I have to play the sigil OST for the third time. Which is kind of topical, really, considering who else is streaming. So yeah, Horde and Hordemex by Alex Mex and the Hordemex team and Zanero and the Hellforge community. Yay. The multiplayer event of the year crashes the awards to no one's surprise. I don't want to be tarred and feathered for admitting it, thank you very much. However, the project does present a dilemma. What exactly should be awarded? Well, it's... Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty cool thing. You developed a way of easily... You developed your own way of doing a multiplayer server thing, and then you did this. It was really good. I certainly enjoyed the Hordemex gameplay. Proper cooperative Doom stuff. It's fun. So I'm not surprised this is got a Cack Award also. So yeah, good shit. And we got Gameplay Mod Awards. Gun Bonsai by Toxic Frog. There's been a trend in recent years of mods that add stuff rather than replacing it, augmenting whatever else you have loaded with some form of additional functionality. Gun Bonsai is the latest in a growing line of such mods, and it makes for some cases to stand up and take notice. Simply put, every weapon in your possession has its own XP bar. Fill it by damaging demons. Once it's full, you can hit the info key to level it up and apply a new perk to it. Every now and then you yourself will level up when you apply universal perk to yourself, like instant weapon switching. It's not exactly complex, but much like its inspirations in the modding fields of other games, it's a satisfying gameplay loop that doesn't get in the way or break when stacked on top of other gameplay mods. Okay, cool. It's also very compatible with other mods. Hey, it's compatible with other mods. Does that include a certain World Misfits creations, I wonder? Would this stack on well with your stuff? You know, Aetherius and Explosive Expedition? I mean, this is your territory, World Misfit. Well, maybe you should go check it out. Partly, it's very mod-friendly. So maybe it would play on top your ward. Mods, yeah. Apparently you can become an overpowered behemoth very quickly or something. Gun Bonsai and Indestructible are a damn high neo-simultaneous first releases by Toxify. One can only hope they aren't her last, because as far as opening salvos goes, it's a pretty undeniable one. Nice. And Voxel Doom by Chido. English-speaking people, is there a notable difference between the Dundundu accent and the Kiwi one? Can't really comment on that, Maddock. Maybe? I think there is some sort of difference. That was really good, actually. The real gameplay mod of the year. I want to try this out at some point. Is that what a Caco looks like in Voxel Doom? It looks very... It almost looks like it's a part of the face is missing. You know, like it's been cut out on to put on something on top, but then it's got like a back to it, I guess? It's a very odd-looking Caco for some reason. It screams out at me. But the real 3Dism is very intriguing. Cool stuff. Friendly Zombies, Stray Doom is about cat and cat-related products. Instructable excellent unofficial update, bolt time X, rule markers. Yeah, it just looks really weird to me. Like, it feels like the Caco Demon is cut out on something. Like, you can see it's still round, but it looks like it's... You finish your last map and John Suitepee, maybe we'll try it these days. Yes, I'm going to add your latest creation to my playtesting list, which I may get around to next week. The good news for you and people who like streams that with England not being in the semi-finals of the World Cup, and both semi-finals not exactly screaming must-watch games, I'm probably gonna not be watching them. I'll watch the highlights, but I'm probably gonna skip both the semi-finals, to be honest. In way you were streaming shit instead. So that'll be nice, I guess. Alright, cool. I'll have to play Voxel Doom at some point. And that leads on to other awards, the final section. More Death Award, surprise! Release project with the longest development time. Needip and Zaydoom's Vanilla Technology by Fraggle, Restless Rodent, and Andrew J, and a bunch of others. The complex tricks were enabled by a long string of brilliant people with deep knowledge and indispensable tools. Yeah, it's really impressive what they pulled off, to be honest. Chief among them is the This Plane Overthrow crash, striking whenever a mapper dares to spend their architectural wings a bit too ambitiously. Choco Render Limit, which tracks his crashes, reports numbers, visualizes homes. Talking about the history of dealing with vanilla stuff. Nice. Odyssey of... Oh, we got other things here. Code Award, most noteworthy programming effect of the year. The person who made Ultimate Doom Builder. Duo first Foxwise took like a 1-1, but also got a red meatball on top of a fuzzy red base. He went in and changed it, looks so strange. Yeah. I mean, Ultimate Doom Builder's pretty good. Even if it does unfortunately encourage people to fucking use spectral enemies, stealth enemies in UDMF format, which is a shame. But that's not his fault. Match Tropiano with Doom tools. Are you organizing a Doom project? You don't need Doom tools, but whether or not you want Doom tools. Oh, cool. So organizing for community projects. Nice. That's good. Oh, nice. Ozonia OST by Deadwing. Hello, Cherub Corp. How you doing? Deco Hack is kind of cool. A utility that reads a simple scripting language mimicking the unfortunate decorate format and converts it into a dehacked patch, which makes managing dev behavior easier by several orders of magnitude. With support of MBF 21 and DX Extra, it is a tool that generates out a crazy amount of awful management of complex dev setups. Check out the link I sent quickly. What's this? Oh. This is why I love modding Stray Dara Touch. Oh, is this a Stray Doom thing? Oh my goodness, it's a cat! Oh my goodness. Hello Lucifer, how's it going? Very bummed that Angelic Every wasn't even mentioned. Not everything can be mentioned, Cherub. I mean, I know you put a lot of work into it and he released it this year, but... So wait, is this a perspective for the whole thing? Like, you play as a third-person cat with a strange thing on top of it. It is the robot that accompanies you in the game Stray. You just played it with the Lost Magic. Oh, that's one of the things that came out in Nano Wars 2022, wasn't it? The Lost Magic? Similar to Sepia and a few other things that people have been playing recently. Huh. It's elegant, but it seems to be lacking some kind of presence when it's just shooting for you. Like, there seems to be some kind of feedback missing from that. I don't know why, it's just me. And it's nice that the cat moves around and stuff, it looks cool, but there's just something strange when you're seeing this cat and then you're just watching a robot shoot instead. It feels like the cat's just there, really, like, it's not like the cat's doing the scratching or anything. Very odd. It almost has that kind of feel of it as like, you know, here, this robot is shooting all these bugs, and here's this cute cat. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't played Stray, so I can't say. It just seems a bit weird to me. Like, there's the robot shooting, and there's a cat just happens to be around, chilling. same guy did this also did Doomfires and Shinobi Doom. Look at the name of the delivery van. IDKFA Deliveries. Nice. Ooh, I like the skull that flied off that bug then. Oh, look at those slow motion gibs. Ash's afterglow. Yeah, it just feels really weird that it's like at times like I get it just feels weird that the cat's not really like there's just a lack of presence to the cat's appearance on the screen to some of the stuff that's happening sometimes. Weirdly enough as that sounds. Like it really just feels like the cat is just there and it could just be anything. You know, it could be a cardboard box. That's how just weird it feels at times when there's some action going on with the cat. I mean, I get maybe that's how it's supposed to be in Stray or whatever. It just has that weird effect with me. Like, it's like... Oh, it's laying on the desk. That's cute. Probably does. Maybe if I'd played the game. I might have to play it at some point. I did like the looks of Stray, but it was very expensive. Yeah, like, why is there no blood splatter? Why is the cat not, like, wincing? You know, showing, like, a reaction to being hit or anything. It's just there. There's no, like, presence feedback to it, is my thing. You can have a secretly wish Stray would win game of the year to see Gowan from Soft Fantasy Night, a cat game of all things. Excellent. I didn't watch the Game Awards. Well, just some sort of presence that, you know, like... Like, why can't the cat do a melee attack or something? And I guess... Being overdone here a bit. Oh no, the cat's dead. No, Cato, no. Alright. The cat could paralyze enemies because of his meows. Yeah. No, Cato. Alright. And cat. So... Dead Wing also did a score for their own Azonia, which is cool. And then Cack Awards for most creative, unusual, artistically compelling project, a port of Doom RPG. Okay. And then creator of the year is Deadwing. This year was quite a close call for the creator of the year. The decision came down in a wire in December, which is as late as I ever witnessed it myself. Deadwing's first Megawad Moonboard show, The Pendant for Imagination. It's only the third in the Moonboard series. Authors are in the discussion and then we have shown a stellar command of some of the facets of the experience. In Deadwing's case, there's combat kinetics. His setups are consistently satisfying and dynamic, which flows from a strong grasp of important encounter design concepts. Here's just a sampling. Arena shape. Oddball arena shape. Think less flat circles and squares, more L's, more B's, hashtags, organic caverns, constructs stitched together from more than one shape or emerging from the way one area borders another, etc. tend to produce more interesting encounters. Among other things, they impede the player from running effortless loops, which in turn creates more reactive, chaotic interactions between the player and monsters. This is the kind of design that slaughter mappers sort of go for, honestly. All this section. Well, this is the kind of thing that slaughter mappers tried to do with the likes of what Scotty said with Abandon and so forth. The idea of not having every solution be circle straight for things by creating different shapes. So it's interesting to see that this is also being applied to not slaughter. But yeah, it totally makes sense. If you have a different architectural shape, the same encounter of the familiar monsters can be different if you play it right. A nuanced model of pacing. Because the pacing is not restricted to high intensity versus moderate versus low, each type of intensity can be differentiated further by the nature of the action within it. Quieter stretches of Azonia sometimes use very sparse action to accompany parkour or sightseeing or swimming in the ambience, but sometimes the minimalistic combat itself is the centerpiece. By shifting between different flavors of engagement, it can sustain its calmer downbeats for longer before something more dramatic absolutely has to happen. Oh, that's kind of nice actually. The idea that there's pacing in a Mega World like that? Cool. You like the Azonia and an Anomaly Report. Both of which well, there's only one at Cack Awards, so I'm kind of interested in reading this one. Staging. How fights are presented matters. In Azonia, you get the usual mix of teleport ambushes and closet traps, but it's also a bevy of other reveal types, like a tendency for monsters to open doors or work around corners and in shadows in clever ways. It's so easy to do this in a two zombies behind both sides of a doorway way that gets predictable very quickly. A pitfall Azonia avoids. There is a particular sense of theatrics and even rhythm that its setups have by design, which help fasten its drifting, desolate mood. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to play Azonia someday. I'm sure I've played something by Deadwing. So then there's speedrunning stuff. Obviously. The Need for Speed blazed on in 2022 as the DSDA saw its third consecutive record-breaking year for demo submissions, most of which were probably dubs. What is Doom Tools? You don't need Doom Tools. They are a set of low-level command line utilities that help with setting up and managing a project and its resources in a software project-like manner. Doom or Boom's more fascinating everything features are deeply hidden under a way of eternal formats and opaque processes, so most people throw away dreams of creating complex changes and stick with whatever basic mapping and editor allows. However, these tools facilitate some of the crazy resource hacking that people mostly associate with Zadum and its scripting. So speedrun, Zero Master, there's a bunch of stuff too. So what are we still waiting for? Oh, so much stuff. A Boy in His Barrel? Forgot about that one. Adventures of Square E3. Age of Hell. Oh, what's being worked on. Back to our next episode E3. The Eternal Wait. Deus Vote 2-2. That was announced. Hey, remember when that was announced and then the other thing was announced and then the other thing was announced? The sequels upon sequels and that triple header. Sunder's back, Deer's Vote 2's coming back. And then the other one I forgot. Doom and Gun Souls 3. Yeah, that should be fun. Elemental Phase 2. Final Doom the way it did. Heretic Happy Time Circus 3. Kama Sutra 2. I keep forgetting that's a thing. Lost Civilization Part 2. Oh, that's been abandoned, hasn't it? Did Jasker abandon that? He said he made a comment about this when I played Lost Civ 1. Like, I think he abandoned Part 2. Because he just... Because Lost Civilization Part 2, the stuff I saw, the demo, was like way too different from the first one. It lacked its charm. So I think he abandoned it. So I don't think that's ever coming out. When Catastrophe 2 is getting a sequel? Miss Bubbles and the other person's name I forget are doing a sequel to that? Nice. Panophobia? Bloody hell. Pano-fucking-phobia. I remember hearing about that when I first started streaming Doom shit like a decade ago. When the fuck is that ever coming out? The one based on people's fears. That's a really cool idea. Whatever. Positions Gate Resurgence. Yeah, I think Foreshock's behind that. Platonia 3. That'll probably come out next year. Realm of Chaos 2. Is that meant to be the Steve D project? I'm still waiting for that too. Sigil 2 next year? Sunder V2, that's still being worked on. Threshold of Pain. Ultimate Doom in name only. Oh, that'll be a fun one when it comes out. I hope that comes out next year. That'll be good. TNT 2 Devolution, that is so close. There's one map left. I'm waiting, as you can see from here, I'm waiting for that to come out. I'll play TNT 2 the moment that final map's done. Yeah, the other one. There was Revolution in 2018, I think. And Devolution was the other one. And literally, right now, TNT 2 is one map from being finished. As it says here. One map is... That is literally all I'm waiting for. The moment they get that last map in there, I'm playing this. Because I think it qualifies as a decent release. So, yeah. Unfortunately, waiting for that one. I mean, I liked Revolution. I didn't really care for TNT, but Revolution was nice. And I'm curious to see what they do in Devolution. There were packs. Mechadons. That's still... There were packs. It's probably never happening anymore. Mechadon is going to move on to supplies. That'll probably be the end of There Were Packs. You might as well just release the finish. Unless he does want to go back to it. Did you know More Death E2 is still not released in 2022 by over 24 years? And 29 years anniversary. Yep. 29 years of Doom. Next year it'll be 30. Hey, Bloodbath Giraffe. How you doing? I did, because Bloodbath Giraffe got a 22 more for 2022 mention. Like a mini mention. Right here with Azizel's Second Descent. Also because the name's awesome. The Bloodbath Giraffe. One of my favourite mapper names. Alright, so that's the Cack Awards. That is all the Cack Awards. So overall, good stuff as usual. I always enjoy going through the Cack Awards. And definitely nice to see Overboard get one, and obviously Elementalism was going to get one, and Hordemex, and Voxel Doom, and some other stuff that sounds pretty fun. And of course, over the next few days, people will play a couple of the entries and check some stuff out. If I wasn't already if I wasn't A, going to have a break in a week's time, and B, add a list, I probably would consider having a look at one or two things, but I've definitely at least lined one up for the future. Hey, Spinzig. Doom 1 is a bit boring. Nah, Doom 1 is fine when done well. When Sigil was good. Yes, I do have an Iron Eagle. I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. It's a bit... I didn't actually realise it would take me nearly 2 hours to get through the Cack Awards. But hey, you know. Do we had some pleasant diversions, eh? Yeah, it would be interesting to see. I believe it's also said on the same stream, Spinzig, that Romero is doing something else for Doom 2. But yeah, I was a bit surprised because I'm pretty sure Sigil 2 was originally announced as a Doom 2 thing, but it's not. But he's doing something for Doom 2 anyway, I believe, so that's fine. If he wants to make more Doom 1 maps in Sigil 2, go for it. Who are we to argue with John Romero, eh? I'll happily play more of his maps. And that'll be something else to look forward to next year, you know. Sigil 2, Plutonia 3, Ultimate Doom in name only, hopefully. Back to Sarnex episode 3, maybe. Shores of Zaydoom, maybe. Maybe now that Knee Deep in Zaydoom is out, maybe it will free up some other stuff. So 2023 could be a great year for good Doom World releases, like really big ones too. Certainly 2022 has been a decent year for stuff, obviously. And obviously the big thing was like Heartland, MBF 21 coming to creep into everything. The future remains very bright for Doom stuff, generally, and it's really nice to see UDMF and GZ Doom stuff get more and more prominent in the recognition as it deserves. That's the main thing I'm glad to see has changed over time. There's obviously a place for all Boom, women moving, whatever. But UDMF stuff being better and better is good to see. Awesome. Yeah, that's it. Oh, God, I'm a bit tired in Romero. Is Romero still streaming, by the way? There we go. So now you think it'll be 900 things, yeah. Okay. That's cool. I'm gonna cut that off now, I think. So yeah, what did you all think of the Cack Awards then? You all thought they were good? I want to raid him or what? John Blair wants Doom 1 to be longer than Dark Tartarus. You can make it as better than Dark Tartarus, you know. Why not, eh? Oh, wow. 22 viewers. Nice. Wait, I gained a follower somewhere? Huh. Didn't miss it. Apparently I gained a follower, but there's no stream. It must be a refollow from someone. I can only assume it is because otherwise it would have popped up in SteamOS. But thank you to whoever refollowed during this stream. I mean, I was thinking of doing something after the Cack Awards, but I wasn't expecting them to go on for nearly 2 hours. So, also I forgot Romero was doing a stream. So, a combination of those factors, I was considering playing some Dead by Daylight on stream to show off the winter event, but I can do that another day. I will have a stream where I do that, I think, because the winter event is pretty cool. It adds something a little interesting to the game anyway, I think. But I might do that another time. So yeah, let's go raid somebody. Let's go raid John Romero because fuck it, I want to see what he does with his mapping. So yeah, we're gonna raid John Romero. and we're gonna watch him do some mapping, which is gonna be sweet. So, yeah, he's doing some mapping for Sigil 2. Or is it the Doom 2 thing? No, Sigil 2, isn't it? So, it should be awesome. I don't think John Mamil requires any more introduction than that, really. So, yeah, tomorrow night I will be playing the Iron Eagle, the rest of Doom 2. I think even if I die on the Iron Eagle, if I get far enough, I might just play the rest of Doom 2 anyway for fun. But I'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'm going to resume from Tenements, so, hopefully I can survive it. See how it goes. Anyway, thank you all for watching. The Cack Awards were fun, and I will see you tomorrow for some Doom. Bye!